Okay guys, so I totally forgot to film an intro, so this is gonna be it. We're gonna make some costumes for our animals, and that's it. Okay, bye.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever try.
Okay, so for this one, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your bow tie and cut off the ends. Mine actually broke literally the second I opened them, and I was like, okay, whatever. So then you are going to take your own string. I chose black because it does match the bow tie, and you are going to hot glue one end of it and the other end to both the sides, and then you are going to cut down the middle as shown on the screen. And that's just so it fits around little Missy's fat neck. We just chose Gizmos to be a hat because he's so young and he's so very scared of everything, and it was the simplest thing. So literally you put the hat on their head and the sword in their mouth and you're done.
Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat, and on we'll go.
So the first thing you're going to need to do is go up to the barn and measure your donkey's ears. So I'm going to skip most of this because the horses were very helpful and tried to interfere and help me. So you're just going to go and draw where you think their ears would be if you put the hat on. So yeah. Okay, so after you go and measure your donkey's ears, you can start to cut them out. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut them out, and then we're going to glue around the edges because it'll keep the hat from fraying and completely coming apart, which is something that is a good thing.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and
Okay guys, for Choco's costume, you're going to do the same thing that you did with Missy's, except now I have some sparkly neon glitter rope, and I'm just going to take a whole bunch of it because Choco was huge, and glue it onto both sides of the wings and the tutu, and I'm going to cut it down the middle so I will have enough to wrap around him.
we are free to decide. We will love and let love. We are free to believe. We will love and let love. I saw her standing in the street alone. Her head was down, face locked onto her phone. And I wished I'd had a number so I could be color unknown. And then I tell her to look into my eyes and never let it go.
I'm going to do a voiceover, and all the other donkeys are done. If you didn't know, you bought a costume, good for you, you accomplished something. Good job. But if you're extra and decided to make an entire vampire costume, I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to do that. So we're going to walk to the barn. I'm going to skip it because it gives me a headache and it's completely unnecessary. Boom, we are in the barn. So right now I'm getting Doc's blanket out of our blanket bin. And yes, Missy has a blue zebra striped blanket. I know, it's amazing. So we're grabbing that, and then we're going to walk back up to the house so we have something to measure it, so we don't have to just, mark up our horse with chalk. Okay guys, so we made the walk all the way back from the barn to the house, and I've laid out my fabric. It is folded in half. I don't know if you can tell, but it is. And I'm going to tell you some pro tips of advice. But before I can give you that little snippet of information, you're going to have to take off your black muck boots because your feet will be sweating a lot because this activity is strenuous. Okay, first pro tip. Lay fabric down before you lay your blanket because I have 20 minutes of excess footage of me trying to figure out how the heck to trace a blanket. It's not that hard. You wouldn't think that it's that hard, but it is. Trust me. So follow my directions. So what you're going to do is you're just going to trace half your blanket with the fabric folded in half. And that's literally it. This one step took me 45 minutes. I'm not joking. Next, the first thing you're gonna do is bring your blanket or cape inside because it's freezing outside and you're dying. First, you're gonna pin together along the line which you traced the blanket, so you can cut it out and both sides will be even and there won't be like this little weird half inch where you're like, what?
Keep coming back, 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 keep coming back.
Then you're just going to cut across your line until you have a blanket shape. It should be in 2 pieces. Don't know if you can tell, but I've been cutting the same spot for over 5 minutes, and I just wanted it to be like as perfect as possible. And there's Levi saying hi. And so that's why I was doing it for so long in the same place, just in case you were wondering. And then you're gonna sew it so it stays together. You don't have to use a sewing machine because I know not everyone has one. You can use a hot glue gun or you could hand stitch it, but don't do that because it will take forever. You could also fuse it together with your magic mind powers and be done. Okay guys, next up is the collar, and what you're gonna do is put it under the blanket and trace the neckline so you know that it goes on, and then you can make it whatever thickness or thinness that you want. Depending on your horse, if you have a really big horse, you should probably make it thicker. Doc is very, very small, so I made his smaller, and then just repeat the steps for the last one. Okay guys, so here you can tell I already cut a black one. The reason for this is because I wanted my collar to be dual-sided, so when you flip it over it's red, and then when you flip it back it's black. And you just need to cut another one the exact same size, and then just sew them together like the same way you do a pillowcase, and just pin and sew them onto the blanket, which I will show in the next clip.
Keep coming back, 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 keep coming back. Of things we know.
sides except one main side and leave that open. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you the secrets about getting the perfect corner on your collar. So it's never going to be perfectly flat if you leave the corner together, so you have to cut off the tip of the corner and then use a pencil to pull it through. Next, you pin the collar to the blanket and sew it, and like, boom, you're 90% of the way done. Okay, so I feel really bad because I forgot to include this in the supply list, but oh well. So you're going to need some straps to tie your cape in the front, and we just took these old belt loops from one of those shirts that ties in the front. So after you sew your straps on, it's time for the fangs, and these are really simple. You just cut out pieces of felt and glue them onto the bridle. Okay, so the last step is to paint the very tips of your fangs a reddish color. You can use fake blood, food coloring, ketchup, whatever, just to give the illusion that you've just bitten into a victim. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching, and if you want to know why Doc and Choco's costumes weren't actually featured in the video, it's because tomorrow videos are going to be coming out with me riding them and their costumes flowing and being all dramatic. So I'm going to do a whole video on just their costumes. And the reason why this wasn't out sooner was because our internet's been down and it wouldn't upload, and I was like, oh my god, Halloween's on Tuesday, what am I going to do? So I got this out as soon as possible, but thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you thought of their costumes. Do you think they were total crap, or do you think that they were good? So thanks for watching.